In the world of unwritten school corridor rules, there was one unspoken law: seats weren't officially assigned, but everyone knew their own. For 3 months straight, every weekday, I occupied the same little island in math class, the back left corner by the window, where the chair's back had already memorized the curve of my spine. It was my spot. Everyone knew it. Until he showed up. That day started like any other, the creak of the door, the scent of chalk and old wood. But when I crossed the threshold, the world shrank to a single point: a stranger was sitting in my chair. The new kid. He had settled there with the casual ease of someone unaware they were trespassing into someone else's story. I froze in the doorway as if I had hit an invisible wall. 10 seconds. 20. I waited for him to feel the weight of my gaze, to realize the breach of order. He just flipped through a textbook, a sunbeam from the window playing in his hair. "Dude, someone took your seat," Tyler whispered, his voice echoing in the sudden silence. "I know. Are you going to say something?" The question hung in the air. Was it worth it? Technically, he was right, seats weren't assigned. There is the truth of rules, and then there is the truth of habits carved by time. I walked over, my shadow falling across his notebook. "Actually, this is my seat." He looked up. There was no defiance in his eyes, only calm confusion. "Seats aren't assigned," he said simply, and there was an undeniable logic in that simplicity. "Yeah, but I've sat here all year." His shoulders gave a slight shrug. "I got here first today." "That's not how it works," I began, but Mrs. Davis walked in. Her presence cut through the tension. "Everyone, take your seats. Let's begin." I had to retreat. I scanned the room, all the good spots, all the hidden corners were taken. Only the front row remained, right before the teacher's desk, where every breath was on display. I sank into the chair, feeling like a prisoner under interrogation. I couldn't even check my phone. Mrs. Davis saw everything, her gaze was an all-seeing eye. The thought circled my mind all lesson: I wasn't going to wake up earlier just for a window seat. But to just give it up. No. The next day, I entered the class 5 minutes early. The air still smelled of morning freshness, and the sunlight was only beginning to fill the room. My seat was vacant, the empty chair waiting like a loyal dog. I sat down, and the back of the chair embraced me in its familiar way. The victory was quiet, but sweet. When the new kid walked in, his gaze lingered on me for a second, a flicker of embarrassment in his eyes. He silently headed for an empty spot in the middle row. Good boy. Order was restored. But the universe loves to test established order. A week later, I burst into class at the last second, breathless, and saw him in my spot again. My heart sank, then tightened into a ball of indignation. "Are you kidding me?" I muttered under my breath. Now it had become a competition. A silent war for a single square meter of space by the window. And the main question hung in the air: was it worth waking up early for this? Was it worth fighting for a place that technically isn't yours, but has become a part of who you are? Outside the window, the city was waking up, oblivious to the tiny battle unfolding in math class.